Okay, so we have to take out Leviathan. And we got a queue to get it done. The War Leader. Oops, I gotta click on it. There we go. Alright. And now we wait. And what am I gonna do while waiting? I don't know.
A few moments later.
Hey, look at that! That was actually a lot shorter than I thought. Well, exploration got cut short. Alright, let's take out Leviathan. Take out this giant sea snake. Full party. Alright. Ah, there it is. Point! Hey, we're getting your attention. Oh god, giant water orbs. It's firing back. How unexpected. Ah, but looks like it's falling for the bait. I lost a chip. Alright, let's get ready. You don't look so tough. All right. Oops. Oh, what am I gonna use this on? Dang it. Oh, okay. There we go. Master cooldowns, go! And now back to the big guy. There we are. Vulnerability up. Let's go ahead and take these out before things get worse. Nice. Oh, where are you going? Ow. Oh, you look okay. Did we wipe? I think we wiped. Did somebody not do something? Okay. Whew, that was close. Oh. Alright, gotta get the tail. Cool. I'm stunned. Oh shoot, I'm paralyzed. I wonder my actions haven't been, getting any traction. Okay, cool. I think we're safe now. Yay, we are! The barrier worked. There we go. Let's get it. And lightning bolt. Yay, second try is the charm. First try every time. Yay. Hey, I got a commendation. Cool. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral waits you in the command room. Wink. Did I know movie first, guy?
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral.
You noticed that I picked up dual wielding.
Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own.
Secret fraternity, huh? Wouldn't know anything about that.
By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Just kiss already.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
Does she?
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
Yay!
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private?
Hell yeah, the rogues got more powerful.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds stood before them, the Sahagin resorted
was
to
like,
summoning
"Oh God."
their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say.
See,
But we
she's
have
learning.
as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
Yeah, truth kind of hurts a little bit.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Oh, I forgot there was a other reward besides a little experience in Gil. But yeah, kind of heavy stuff, eh? When Yugiri met the fraternity. Ooh, a weapon. Item level 90, huh? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to appear symbol for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Hurrian man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Leminson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will only get you so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Does he not... Okay. He's talking like I am not a member of that society. I mean, okay. Hey, Lawnward, how's it going, man? Hey, you want to see me inside? cool. Oh, there's another inconspicuous man. Okay. I guess I passed him. I was thinking it was the gatekeep, but yeah. Oh, all the way over there? Oh, right, I forgot. It's been such a long time since I've done the main scenario quest for Realm Reborn. Got business with me, venturer? Oh yeah, I know you. I got a letter of introduction from the Admiral for, someone. I wonder how this cutscene plays out if you've already been a rogue. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thank for two. Been a while since I saw a shite-eating grim, but with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. You must be the Far Easterner the Merwib wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not one of the first persons to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. I know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of the shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, you Geary of Do What's It, we can get acquainted in much more private surrounds. Huh, that didn't come out right, did it? Take her out first. Master Throat, I shall remain with these people for a time, might that I study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You've been a true friend to us, Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Okay. One thing, though. Do you not realize I'm a ninja? I guess it doesn't... I guess there's no dialogue changes if you do this cutscene as you're a ninja or not. Interesting. Alright. Oh, I forgot I had this bracelet. Take gear set. Well, let me see what kind of weapon I get from it. Air knives. Ooh, let me see what these look like. Ooh, these actually look pretty good. Now I have the air knives. Oh, and, oh, hi. Earrings. Oh, good, okay. Earrings, gloam earrings. I'm guessing dexterity is what I'm gonna be wanting to go for. So, yeah, cool. Much and more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet my lady Minfilia, pray relay her To her, my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Okay. Oh, God. Alright. Has a phone call. Be right back. How much you want to bet that was probably an automated scam call? Alright. Rising Stones it is! Revenant's Toll. Let's go. Oh no, what am I gonna do with the rest of my Vesper Bay tickets? If we're just gonna be going back here all the time. Hey, Thancred. Hi, Stola. Hi, Tataru. Papalimo and Yida. You guys look like you're busy doing Scion stuff. I have business with Minfilia. Cutscenes.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing.
And then his essence got
When the Admiral
sucked.
subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy.
Like an Asian.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
Sucked up like getting sucked up by a vacuum.
If the Asian's mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo?
Oh.
Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Asians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady.
Oh.
It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
Oh, that doesn't sound
of
like
them?
good news. Doesn't sound like a good
My
tone.
lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
Like it got destroyed, or...
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Who vanishes a damn island?
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Vanishes an island. Oh. Hello?
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
There was one there. And I guess he was there so long that all the other lights went off and he left a candle on. Did he fall asleep?
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve. Revolution.
Isn't that the guy that was sympathetic to the refugees? That is dexterity, yes. Yay! I think I got all the patch 5.2 stuff done. Cool. Alright, well, I'm not equipping these. In fact, I think I'm just gonna pop them in here. I'll be doing the same thing with the armor that I got. Yeah. There goes that. That. And that. And these. I have no need for them in my inventory. Alright. Well, we're going into the next patch's worth of content, I guess. Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldessian. Yeah, that, entire island and its inhabitants were vanished. Alright. Well, forgot to put back on manual, text scrolling for cutscenes. Concerns the etheric fluctuations that we had previously attributed to good King Mogomog XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Ophelia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah. This time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in 7th Heaven waiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Asilla, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what would happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Alright, so I guess, oh, I have to come with. I was hoping I'd be able to do something else while this happens. I'm more the stabby person, not the listen and get my ear talked off type of person. Alright, let's talk to these refugees real quick. Get this over with. I'm a warrior of light, not a politician of light or a messiah of light. More into fighting than Then, hearing please. Oh. Draggle-tailed refugee. Alright. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Amphilia, and I lead the Scions. 12s be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Dolmens. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourself. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off people firing fireworks again outside. It's been happening for a couple of weeks already. While it is true that we accepted the Dolmen's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us. If I might have a word. Oh. Hi, Tataru. Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino's been wounded. Wait, what? What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill up anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How could you be so blind? Find Alphino and quickly. If he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Yida and Papalima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry. Alright. Alright. I'll take a look and see if there's anything I can do, but, yeah, you guys are in a bit of a sticky wicket. Oh, you guys give experience now. Alright, let's go to Ul'dah and have our weapons handy. Because it sounds like the situation is kind of ugly. Less than an hour in and we're already having some bad stuff happen. Alright, I'm gonna check. Is that gonna be enough for anything? It is not. I need 280. Ah, shoot. Nothing bad's happening. Oh, you're up and about. You okay, man? It sounded like it was pretty bad, but I guess...
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Oh. I was about to say, maybe Tataru was just exaggerating. I guess, that assumption was right.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There
Alright.
is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Alright, who threw the first weapon?
Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
Great wealth disparity. Where have I
To
heard that
Ul'dah,
before in real
money
life?
is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
Mm-hmm.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dah way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
But if weapons were involved, how the hell would they have gotten weapons?
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Oh, taking silver pieces. I have no need for casting earrings. I have need for a ring though. What rings do I have? 70 and 9. Oh, okay, so the 70 is getting replaced. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Rauban has to say upon the matter. Alright, let's go on ahead and hear what the Bull of Alamigo has to say. Where is the bull? There he is! Cutscene. Excuse me. Now's not a good time, Throat. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. That's, exactly why we came. Alphino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your, doctors. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. Well, I can imagine, given that the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, it would stand to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I don't understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that the tensions between Ul'dah's citizenry and refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning soon. Well, I guess it falls into our hands. He keeps his own counsel with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the foremost outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries with the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Alright. I'll go out into the field and do stuff, and you can just stay here and just sit in your pretty little, inn. You look as though you have something to say, Throat, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there's wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alright. Peace for Thanalan. I think that's the breadcrumb quest for the Amaljan tribe quests for getting reputation with them. Alright, Lost Hope it is. Blackbrush Station! I am going the wrong way. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. Refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Okay. What about you? What brings you here, adventurer? Search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Lost Hope is where refugees who have, well, lost hope, come to just die. Hey, what's up, Zazawaka? Don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon, you're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bids you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of the revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed? A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but you would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you'll understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed that he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet, I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Hey, you gonna be okay, guy? What are you doing? Don't draw. Why didn't you run away from me? You could have escaped together, then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why did they have to stay and leave me alone? Soothe, you say? Let's, social, emotes, and, soothe. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant and many gods make the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our face. Thought about running and then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parlay with theirs, but when they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, it turned into a ballroom blitz. Oh God, it's the other group. They're still out there. Oh. I need the string. And then I will get some more silver pieces. The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope. Okay. Let's, go to them, then. Let's, change up rings. Item level 99. Supposedly they're in these caves. Oh, hi. 7 hells, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. What? Okay, well, I'm gonna stab your ankles. There we go. Got him. Oh, hi. And dead. You beat him like it was nothing. Thou Almighty, what are we gonna do now? You okay, man? Oh. I just wanted to talk, but you guys attacked me, so, that was your own damn fault. At least got to shank some angles. Woo! My, chocobo ranked up. Let's, go on ahead and get some new skills. Increased HP and Choco Drop. Alright, back in the cave I go. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? Silver! Ah, and I get a choker next. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. And he's gone. Okay. Alright, let's go to Stone's Throw, which is just a stone's throw away. Or is it called Stone's Throw because it's a stone's throw away from Ul'dah? Yeah, I think it's because it's a stone's throw away from Ul'dah. Excuse me. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said that they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look, over there. I think that's him. Well, now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hey. You! Huh. Looks like he is a little scared of me. Let's go on ahead and go after him. Oops. I now have Swedish fish. Hi. You again! Why are you pursuing me? Just asking a couple questions. No, I will not accompany you to Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I'd give a Qui-Gon's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. Mm-hmm. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Protect you? Oh. Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Just got stabbed from afar. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious you're not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Okay. I'll shoot. And now it grew. And now our little lead grows cold. What's over here? Oh, corpse groom. Okay, that's a hard dungeon, breadcrumb. Yeah, bad news. Our lead sort of got killed by an arrow from afar. Alright, more silver. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you return. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of his own investigation. Oh, okay. I have a feeling there's going to be a cutscene, so probably going to mute the mic while I finish the rest of these Swedish fish, because they're so good.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. but suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Crocodile tears.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
All gone. Crocodile tears.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Maybe there's something in the Alagon ruins that he wants?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Alagon.
Oops.
If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Yeah. There's a lot of powerful things that can contend with Bahamut.
Ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
Nah, I don't think it was.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
And Teleji wants that.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Nod. Yay, quest complete. And now, a bracelet. Probably gonna go get some more drink here in a couple minutes. Be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the scion best suited to this task, Private. Do take a moment to visit the Maelstrom Command and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Okay. Be gone, whelp. This is no place for children. Wait, what? Oh, it's the kid that I found outside in Stone's Throw, I think. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Stone's Throw. So, he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with them? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course, but first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by the pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodru will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, neither starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to the charade. You're a snot-nosed brat right now, you know that? Mayhap a time has come for a change. Alright, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Soul with all due haste. The situation in 12'swood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. I was hoping to meet with the Maelstrom Command. 12'swood. Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of exile activity, which leaves the sylphs? Go, Throat. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I'm grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I'm more than capable of protecting myself. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, well, back to Rising Stones I go. I gotta equip this oral choker. Auroral choker. I've reached item level 100! Woo! Alright. Well, I've gotten a good amount of stuff, so... How about we go on ahead and sell some stuff? And get some repairs in. Oh, I can't get rid of that. Fine. That is the wrong move. And, of course, my sprint's off cooldown, on a cooldown at the moment, so, yeah. Oh, refugees are gone. The hell was that sound? Anyway. And now we gotta... Oh, hi, Hosen. Rising Stones. What a peculiar name for a sanctuary. Hosen! Oh, Serpent Herald. It's a relief to see you healthy and hale, Throat. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other signs will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Yes, I'm ready. Wristlets! There we go. Update. And get this thing, along with this thing, out of there. And get that out of there, too. Pants! Alright, and, stuff I don't need, so I'd be taking silver for this one. I'm guessing we're gonna be fighting Ramuh next. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramuh. I'm sorry, may have? Then is not certain? The Elder Seatseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest, the Sylphlands, to the bakery! However, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but I'm afraid the fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. We were not keeping a close watch on the touched ones. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papalimo I suppose I could have reported things to Midvili earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sifs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramuh once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concerning canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the sylphs perceived this panic migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of the Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for our primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Throat, through your dealings with the sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing the ultimate timely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope, were such a thing possible. We would not have been at a war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seatseer has requested your personal involvement, Throat. Pray report to the Commander Hilio at Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will provide less than amicable. In such an event, you and your fellow Scions will, of course, lend you whatever support you require. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of help eating all that bread. Lord of Leven. Oh my god. Hold on. I guess I decided to speak up after 9 seconds. If nothing but silence happens in 9 seconds, it automatically hangs up. So when I answer it, I just respond with a "ep" or something similar so that they really can't pick up on my voice very well. Alright, to the Adder's Nest. My nose is so itchy. I don't know why. Oops, I don't want that, but, huh. That's a level 1 quest with a blue coloration to it. Alright, Serpent Commander. Throw it to the Scions. Your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have to have you do so without delay. The Elder Seatseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic and rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will lead further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nalthika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. And that is the breadcrumb quest for the Sylph Tribe quests, I guess. Alright. Warp into the Conjurer's Guild. The hell happened there? I don't want to know, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave, server memes alone. Alright. Yeah, seriously, my nose is itching. I don't know why. Actually, I kind of lied. I'm not quite out of Swedish fish. I have a 5-pound bag. So I can grab however many I want. However, I'm just going to grab one more. And seal up the bag. And just leave it alone for the rest of the night because I don't want to have too much sugar. Okay. Alright. Please be voice acted.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord.
I'll be right back.
Levin.
I'll let this keep going.
Though his unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelve's Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelve's Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in... Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Okay.
You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
My face felt a bit oily, so I decided to just take a damp cloth to it.
An ill wind blows through the forest.
But I kind of got the gist of what I'm supposed to do just from what I saw.
It is not only the Twelve's Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Okay. Basically, go to Little Solace and try to parlay with Levin, with the Lord of Levin. And, you know, the primal Ramuh. Alright. Little Solace. I can never remember which region it is. Yeah, it's East Shroud. Sylphlands! We're gonna go into the heart of the Sylphlands. Well, I'm kind of grateful I haven't been gaining too much experience. Throat of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramuh himself. An inevitable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location of the Lord of Leaven that might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Okay. Or, you know, I could just go in and, take care of things. Whatever. Leviathan impression. The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor. Edon Papalimo. Also, my throat feels kind of hoarse. This one returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched ones summoned Lord Ramuh. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with us. Come with this one. Into the Sylphlands I go. But of course I can just fly there. Much easier that way. I am here. Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Okay. Let's keep an eye out and more just fly over everything. In addition to the quest streamlining, the addition of flying in Eorzea makes things like this go by a lot quicker. This one is most sorry, but this one could go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. So this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find one. Wise One's not far from here. Go south. Go in safety, Walking One. Okay. Okay, there they are. Trying not to get into any fights, and good. So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded self-tricksters. Wait, what? I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking any measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on your Stola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. Wait, what? That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies, it's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say that I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph Sephiroth. Come, Throat, the Lord of Leaven waits. Oh, good. Oh, wait a minute. They shortened this one. Yeah, it used to be there were, I think there was like a little, back and forth for searching for like, doppelgangers and then the actual, scions. I think they actually removed that, from the quest line. I welcome it. It definitely makes everything less tedious. Yeah, the whole doppelganger thing is gone. Huh. Is it just me or did it just start storming?
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Oh, hi. Oh, Hi, Ramuh.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
I am he.
I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
Why do you think he has an ability called Judgment Bolt?
Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Kinky?
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
And then he just looks at the monitor, knowing that you're a player-controlled character.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Just in case I'm gonna do this.
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Okay.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Okay.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Striking tree is now accessible. Alright, let's go on ahead and kick a bearded guy's ass and take all his bread. Oh god, hi. You saw it? He attacked first? Alright, striking tree. And another bout of waiting. Alright, just so I don't get hit by any more enemies, I'm just gonna come over here.
6.5 hours later.
And I'm surprised I haven't been stopped by any of the Crystal Tower quests yet. You know, I guess I could actually get a start on those. I think I might show back up here after I'm done with after I'm done fighting Ramuh, so I guess it doesn't matter where I go. Yeah, I guess I could just get this started at the very least. An oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go on ahead and get the Crystal Tower quest going, YouTube. So this is gonna be in. So yeah, while the queue is going for more than 13 minutes, we're gonna go on ahead and just do some multitasking. Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garly Empire's general, are you not? Okay. Great Throat wrote himself amazing and more than a little serendipitous, one might even call it fate, but I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see, an opportunity like which none of which you've... one of your proven work could take the advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of fallen civilization. The risk of a single misstep could cost you your life, but what's the little danger to a storied hero such as you? Blah, 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 blah. And commence. Whew. Alright. Well, at least I accepted that quest. Oh yeah, I love the song. The striking tree. It's meant for striking. Alright, let's go on ahead and start kicking ass. Oh, God. Alright, avoid the lightning. Get a stack of that for Thunderbolt immunity. And, yeah. Or, you know, something like that. Get out of the way so you don't strike anyone. There we go. Whoops. guess just keep going. Oh, did the Dragoon die? Should have been expecting that. I died. At least I've only died once. Thank you. Oh, can't find him. There we go. Yay, I did it. Yay, I beat him. Yay, more tomestones of poetics. Give it to a healer. There we go. Alright, if I'm right, I should be...
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Yay, negotiations went well. You satisfied?
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay. I did it. Yay. Oh god, another one of these. Okay. Alright, head back to Little Solace then. The Legacy of Alag. I have, at the very least, I've accepted that quest. I was thinking the queue wouldn't have popped for a few minutes, so I could have gotten a little more of that going, but, well, whatever. Throat, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? You could say negotiations went well. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The people both for Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the Forest Champion of Peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day. Throat, the Elder Seatseer must be informed of your deeds at once. Yay! I did it. The Elder Seatseer will wish to hear your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Nalfika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Throat. Okay. Let's, go. To New Gridania! And then to the Conjurer's Guild. God, I love this being on an SSD. It means loading times are super quick. Are super short. Everything loads fast. I love it.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this.
Let's see something. Maybe something in between, 2 lighting levels. Yeah, let's try 4,000? Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay. I think I'll go with that. Wait, did the brightness change? No, it's still 8%. Yeah, this is 8% brightness. This is 100. Yeah, that seems a bit too bright. Much better. Oh, God.
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
Oh, word travels fast. Well, he challenged me to a trial by combat and I succeeded.
Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle
Oh wow, it's
against
been
the
going for almost
Empire
2.5
should have
hours.
served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
I think I might just keep going until I'm stopped by the requirement of having to do the Crystal Tower quests.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full
You're
oft
welcome.
have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Damn well better.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
Anyone else think she's cute? Or is that just me?
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Throat? I'd hoped Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Throat? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Okay. Actually, let me, I'm gonna see if I have enough, okay, I've got 312. I think that's actually enough to get a ring. Yeah, let me, see if I can get a item level 130 ring. And that'll be, and I'll be using that one going forward. Oh, the Gunbreaker, quest line. The makings of a Gunbreaker. I gotta sneeze. Oh, God. Jesus. I can get a belt. I can get a ring. I can get a ring. Cool. Let's get rid of the item level 91. $110 and $130. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna go to a vendor real quick. And that sound you just heard was actually me getting a whisper for guild for a free company recruitment. I don't wanna. And yeah, I'll just sell the Raptor Stew. Oh, I still have Jadelin's token. Let's take this durability drought. My little gag from the last stream. Alright, now let's make for the Rising Stones. To the solar I go. Welcome back. Word of your monumentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Yes, let's.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
Sweepeth thine floor.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
Y'shtola? Thought it was Y'shtola.
The disruption to the
I guess
flow
either
of ether was
pronunciation's
sudden and
right.
dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
They
In
die
turn,
and go into the
restless
afterlife.
energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to
Rock
live,
candy.
their flesh is but ether-given shape.
Swedish fish. Skittles!
Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
And now I am you!
Not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting. And in the claws of a Sahagin, no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
It would go back into the ether, wouldn't it?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
It's kind of needed to explain things.
For a mercy,
Sorry.
the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
They can't head back, and then we can find other ways of trying to
Therein
eliminate
lieth
them.
the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
I don't like this outcome. I can't stab them in the ankles otherwise.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul.
Also,
Yet, I believe
where are
it to
the
be
ankles on
possible.
these little crystals?
The pieces of the puzzle lie
I just
before
can't
us.
tell.
We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Urianger speaks like Shakespeare, but he kinda cares. Oh, what is this? Kingdom Hearts? It's only half Kingdom Hearts. The Lord 11 has returned. Ramuh's antiquest was most intriguing. I gotta do that. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Warl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man. Heidelin servant grows mightier by the day. We need to break his legs. Yet he prospers at the great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times has the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains to nurture the strength of the gifted to force the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Haha bread. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. Seeds of bread. We only need lead men to the field, and by their eager hand shall a new deity arise, along with the loaf. Bread jokes! That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Because we worship the deity opposite of Heidelin, it's Pumpernickel. Okay, I'm done. Alright, Guardian of Eorzea. Ooh, I get a materia. Can anything I have? No. No, nothing I have can, yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll take it for sell. Memphilia has some correspondence she wishes to share with you. I think I'm gonna finish up this quest and then I'll end things off today, actually. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest, and there's something I would show of you, Throat. It's a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Malgamog XII, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there's only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you've never once failed to answer my call to arms. Oh, okay. Discord notification. You are a true hero, Throat, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Okay. Will I still be able to continue to shank ankles? Yours are looking mighty appealing. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again and again and again. And yet, despite all this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there's no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people who you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies of whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace who wish not of conflict. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in revenant soul, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Attestant. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Oh, hi, Alphino. Alphino, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the era of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report that I stand before you now, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. Excuse? I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphino, am I to understand you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to hearing all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. He's starting to get a little bit of a soft spot. Throat, you've been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozim was his name. I believe he has some small matter wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Sure. I will hang out with the kid because I do not shank the ankles of kids. That is my one rule. Which means you're kind of off the hook for right now, but in a couple years... okay, I'm gonna go. Hi, Yozin. Oh, look, it's Mr. Throat. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were all fighting primals and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. You would, but you wouldn't quite be yourself afterward. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. Throat? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder, Mr. Coltrant, did you know that Mr. Throat is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Throat. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the art of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. We were just asking Mr. Throat if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Throat? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Hoary, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, perhaps I am. But what matters is the motive when the what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson. What say you? Would you consent to spar with me? Why not? Hurrah, we have a tournament. Come on, everyone, we must prepare our gear for an outing. Kids. Don't try to disappoint them, Have faith, Coltonet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Oh boy. I love Hoary Boulder, actually. Not just because of the name, but his overall look. I really want to see more from him in the next expansion. I really want them to expand upon some of the minor scions. I really do. Ah, one of these. So it's good of you to agree to this, Throat. I trust you're ready to begin. Yes. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hoary, are you certain you wish to fight him alone? This is Throat you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Silence to begin with. Without Throat to inspire my efforts, I would not be the half-warrior I am today. Your point's well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Okay. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oh. Looks like we're gonna have more of an audience. Yida, who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring master, I told everyone I could. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Throat's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Oh, our teacher won't be so beaten easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Hee hee. Aw, so soon? Come on. Is that all you're gonna do? Oh, and he's down. Come on, I know you can do better. Oh, really? Oh, really? I was gonna finish him off with a shuriken. You have bested me. I yield. That was incredible! He beat them both at the same time! We knew you couldn't lose, Throat. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with primals. I have much work to do if I'm able to attempt the same. Yay! I showed off my martial prowess. Impressive as always, Throat. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yeah, it is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expanded toward, Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, and the nation's too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, often infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to their feet and to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this indistinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil toward a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Essenes is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Nod. Let them talk. I will just stand and nod. No longer synced! So yeah, once I turn in this quest, I'll go on ahead and end the stream. Gone for almost 3 hours. That's impressive. So yeah, depending on how this comes out when I'm editing the VOD for YouTube, it might actually be 2 different videos. Which means I'm gonna need to pull another thumbnail, if that happens. But I have a feeling because of the queue times that I'm gonna be getting rid of, I might be able to make it just 1 video without any trouble. Thank you for coming. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be 1 step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Okay. Yeah, let's get that one. Alright. What am I gonna be doing afterwards? That! Alright. So yeah, we'll go on ahead and continue this next time, but in the meantime, YouTube, thank you for watching. And take it easy, I'll see you later.